Hi, vlog um for the 15th of uh of um April. Dang, moving forward. Oof. So yeah, I've been up all night. I kind of slept all day all day yesterday. I called my mom yesterday to see if she wanted to do a bike ride or a walk or something, but I guess she wanted to go to breakfast instead. So we went to breakfast again at Dots. It's like twice this week or something. I was like, that was cool. It was like expensive though, you know. I've had to blow $33 again. So it's like, but yeah, but she ended up like convincing me or reminding me that I was gonna make the transition into being exercise dominated instead of just hanging out on my computer all the time. And for a while, I got even excited, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I'll do it tomorrow." But then I slept like all day yesterday, and then I got up. Think I woke up at like around midnight, or I mean around like dark when it got dark or something. I've been working, I think, since then. But yeah, I slept like a long time during the day yesterday after we had breakfast. But yeah, she said she's not going to sign the agreement to say that she's not going to tell me to get a job, but she's told me that she doesn't do that. She was like gaslighting me. So she has no recollection of doing that, and then she wouldn't do it. And so I go, okay, well, if you're not going to sign the agreement, how about I'll just tell you I break something that's glass in your house whenever you say that. She's like, oh, don't do that. I'll call the cops on you. You do that. I'm like, okay. So I guess I'll just have to get mad and remind her when she does that. Because yesterday at breakfast, she used the word volunteer. If I don't get a job, she wants me to volunteer because somehow that teaches me how to do time management. But I'm like, okay, but if I'm trying to be an athlete, that's time management. It's built in the batter, it's built in the pudding. Don't worry about it. So my mom's not that bright. She's 80, but she's smarter now than she's ever been. So that's cool. That's why I like hanging out with her. Um, so I was so I was thinking I was gonna do it today, but now I'm like, no, let's not. Oh, I have to quit smoking weed too. My mom says I'm a dick when I'm on weed. I don't, which isn't true. She just doesn't want me on weed. And I ran out of weed yesterday, and I was like, after I had breakfast, I was just sitting here smoking weed for like an hour or two, like as fast as I could. Like I wasn't doing anything but smoking weed. I think I got like an energy drink, and I'm sitting here just smoking weed. But it took me forever to smoke it because I got popcorn weed, which you don't really want to get because there's more. It's cheaper, but there's more. It's a little buds. There's more stems and stuff. So I was just smoking, and like it wasn't getting me high, dude. Like that's why I have to quit weed. I'm smoking for 2 hours. My throat is like raw. I'm coughing. And I'm smoking out of a pipe, by the way, because my bong broke. I broke two bongs in like 1 week. Because I have one of these things as my bedside table because I don't work out. I use my weights as bedside tables, but they always break my glass bongs because they're not designed, I guess, to be tables. They have the jaggeds. I didn't even know they would break that easily. If I knew that, I would have put the fucking bong on there. I barely even touched it. I was like, tick, you barely touch it, and then psh, fucking thing blows up. Two bongs in a week, just from barely touching it, just blows up. And I could have been storing it on my shag, and the last bong that broke had a lot of really dirty bong water. Fell all over my shag rug, but whatever. You can. I have shag rugs here, but you can take them apart and throw them in the machine, so it's pretty cool. Yeah, my whole room is mofo shag with this green stuff. It's pretty balls. I'll do a video later. So Yeah, so the work so I was, I think I was pretty much high yesterday, but not even, not so much at night. But that's when I slept. So I haven't really had that much time to sober up. But, but which is kind of a reason why I'm going to start exercising, because it's easier to exercise if you're not high. Once you're in shape, not in the beginning when you're not in shape. And I might buy weed just for the very beginning. You don't know. I'm really pleased with how good my lungs are doing with all the smoke I'm doing, smoking. But once I get in a halfway good shape, I can't smoke weed because it'll just fuck up my breathing, and I'll cough and all that. But I mean, I googled it, and it takes 66 days to develop new habits. I thought it was like 3 months, but I guess it's 66 days on average. I googled dendrite formation, couple days, couple weeks, or whatever. But habits are dendrites, so I guess anyway. So if I can get back into, see, I haven't done it for 66 days, like in my entire life, by the way. I've never trained 66 days in a row straight. Well, I don't mean in a row day by day, but I mean like for 66 days, I haven't been in training because my parents never let me when I was younger. And now, ever since I became an adult, I felt like I was too old to do that stuff. But now that I'm kind of done with my website, or not done with my website, but getting to a stopping point, I can finally, for the first time in my life, try to be an athlete for more than a month. And so once I get it to 2 months, that's when I'm going to expect to be able to sleep at night, because that's how long it takes to develop new habits. And so that'll be my habit of sleeping at night, which I don't think I've done. I can't remember. I don't think I've slept during the night for like a decade or more or something. I don't know. I just don't sleep at night. I only sleep during the day. So I have to like retrain my brain, which isn't easy. So I don't know, I'm not yawning, by the way. I'm only yawning because I'm talking. It's not like I'm on my website all the time. I yawn so much when I do my videos. People might imagine me yawning all day long. I don't. I never yawn. I'm like a regular person, just working on my website, sitting there not yawning. When I open my mouth, that's what causes the yawning. So, anyways, and I'm not tired. I don't yawn because I'm tired. I yawn right when I wake up. I yawn right when I'm about to go to sleep. I just yawn. The thing that causes yawning is lack of exercise. If I were to like go on a bike ride and come back and do a video, I wouldn't yawn. At least if I was like sitting up, not lying down, I think. But anyway, so yesterday I was creating, because I have two files for my Roads of Rome, Streets of Rome, the City of Rome. I have image and polygon. Polygon will identify the road, and it's smaller, but image looks better. So I used both of them, and I organized the road and named the roads and organized them by size yesterday. And then last night I created the folders for the images to match the polygons that I made in. So now, and before, I grabbed the main ones that where they were in. So now I'm just getting them all positioned right, So I see whichever one's empty, or actually you can't, because you can't click on an image and it tell you where you are. So you have to do it in reverse. So I just click on the image and I'm like, okay, so what image is that? And I'm like, okay, so where is that? Like, which road is that? I click on top of the image. It tells me what road it is. So then I remember what section it is, section 13, for example, or like, for example, section region 12 on the hills northeast. So then I go, or number 12 or whatever. So I go there and I just put it in that folder. And just that over and over again. And so hopefully I can finish that today. And that'll be a big, big, big accomplishment. Because before I was thinking I wouldn't even do it because I thought it was too big. But now I'm like super ambitious. So I'll do that today. And yeah, maybe finish today. And then I'll feel like I'm going to roll. And then I can go and do region 12. Maybe I can finish region 12 in 2 days. That's what I think I'm going to do. Because once I do, region 12 is the only holdout, really. It hasn't really had the big buildings done. So region 12, a couple days. And then kind of, yeah, put the links over on the side of my website. And then you can link them to it and then upload it. Yeah, and then I can start trying to link the other stuff. Now, I think I'm pretty sure I have a pretty, I kind of have a pretty, I have a pretty good strong feeling that me being done with my website or getting to a stopping point on my website is magically going to align with my mom freaking out and needing me to start riding my bike or exercising all the time and not working on the site. So, because I'm gonna need to start doing that by the beginning of May, which gives me 2 months, but I might be able to postpone it until May 15th because I think I told my mom like 6 months ago that on May 15th I was going to quit. And I think that's what we've been saying, but we've kind of been forgetting. So I'll tell her that I'll be like, yeah, hey, I said May 1st, so let's make it May 15th. So that gives me a month. And so, yeah, maybe in a month I can get all of the Google Earth stuff linked. If I get all the Google search stuff that I have linked, and especially if I can call Googleplex, which I think I'm going to do today, and have them figure out how I can crack open my 2.0 gigabyte Italy file, and maybe my Italy roads, ancient Roman roads of Italy are in there, and then I can link those. Then that won't be lost because I think it might be lost. It's 9 days of work that I did only 4 months ago. Hard 9 days. I I could yeah, link them all up, and then that's going to give me this sense of accomplishment. See, that's all I need. I need the sense of accomplishment that I have done, kind of like paid back to the world, because the world's on fire. There's all kind of problems, and if I was gonna like just be me and then become an athlete, like that's not good enough. Like that just makes me like kind of like a useless eater, contributing to the all of the bullshit, too many humans and stuff. So, but if I can do something that take our mind education to the next level, take society to the next level, then I can clear of conscience be an athlete like for the next 10 years, like for the entire decade of my 50s until I'm 60, when the ancient Romans, not just Romans but military worldwide, Greeks too, at 60 that's when you're supposed to retire from the army, meaning retire from being an athlete at 60. So I can do a good decade of being an athlete, just like, and when people are athletes, normally they do it for like a decade. So it's not too late for me. And and then once I'm done, once I'm 60, I could tone it down, and then I could get back on the website and finally finish up, type the loose ends on my website, and then get going on the bike school again, trying to do it balanced. By then, I'll have my mountain maidens. So I specialize in girls between the age, well, professional athlete girls, not just regular girls, between the ages of 18 and 23. But I'm not going to be ready for like another 4 years for that, or more, or even more than that. But anyway, I so yeah. I mean, if I can stay focused and just link Google Earth stuff, then yeah, I'm doing good. So yeah, let's see if today I can do the roads, finish the roads. If I can finish the roads today, so that tomorrow I'm dedicating the whole day to finishing up Region 12, and I'm like happy and stuff. So yeah, that's what my goal is. Oh, and I think I'm gonna buy more weed because I ran out of weed, and I'm not gonna buy more weed, but I have $32 cash, and I don't spend cash on anything but weed. So it's like, ooh, and for $32, I could get a lot of weed. I get good weed. I go in there today at 9 in like an hour and a half or whatever, and get the early bird discount, and maybe I have points or whatever. That 30, and I'm only gonna get the high shelf weed, so I don't have to be smoking fucking stems and shit. And or maybe they'll have like keef or something super snazzy. Smoke that, and then whenever that runs out, there won't be that many more days of April left, and then I can. And if I freak out and I'm like, I can't do this sober, then that's just when I'll be an athlete. But yeah, but I think I'm starting to get that sense of accomplishment. I just wanted my Rome to look good. I didn't want my city of Rome to look like shit. And the other day I was looking at Region 9 and I was like, this looks pretty fucking cool. So if I can get the whole thing to look like that, I'll be like, you know what? I think I have accrued the points to qualify myself to, not try so hard to save the world. And I can just be a regular athlete like anybody else. That's why when you want to be an athlete, that's why when I said I specialize in girls between ages of 18 and 23. College age, that's when you're the best athlete. More so because of your mind than because of your body. Everybody knows that your body is best off at that age, but mentally even more so because you don't have any distractions. You don't have any. Your brain hasn't developed so much all the way. Your brain isn't developed completely until you're 25. That you have this like sense of like duty to society, which can totally fucking distract you. Like if you're gonna be like selfish and only care about yourself, then you should be doing yourself right and busting your ass to like, you know, get to be the best athlete you can be. Because by the time you're 23, you're gonna like start to develop interests in other things, and so, and I think people should talk about that. Plato talked about that. Well, a lot of the philosophers, but I remember Plato. Yeah, I mean, literally said, when you're in your 20s, you're supposed to travel because you have your, what did he call it? Wanderlust. You have wanderlust in your 20s. And then when the wanderlust burns out at the end of your 20s, that's when you get and become more of a society member. And yeah, it's like, so it's all formulaic based on where you're at in life. That's kind of the map I want to write out, and then base my point system off of it. Because my whole bike school idea is that you have the same points throughout life, so that somehow you balance it, so that your speed, your extra physical strength you have would make up for the lack of knowledge you have. But once you get older, the knowledge you have for like the history test will make up for your lack of speed and the average speed you can do for an hour, and so that you would have the same line. So you try to, so that somebody who's 60 could compete with somebody who's 20, or 70 could compete with somebody who's 25 and be at the same, because the 70-year-old smarter, and then you would know like at what point you start to go down overall, like 80, or and at what point you can become competitive, and that'll make people like try to be well-rounded, for their whole life. So and also to have a clear idea of what you're supposed to be like at different ages, so people can have a more of a guide of how to live. Anyway, enough talking. I hopefully can get done with that today. But yeah, I think I'm gonna smoke some weed because I have the cash, and then yeah, just keep going on this. But I think I'll be able to maybe finish it today. But we'll see. You'll know tomorrow. Finishing the roads. Hopefully by tomorrow I'll be working on Region 12. All right, talk to you tomorrow.